Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Dying Like the Following, where we randomly talk about cops murdering people and people getting triggered by Halloween costumes for some reason. Well, like Halloween costumes that they shouldn't be triggered by.
Remember this year, kids, don't let a treat become a trick. This year, handle protection. Sexual education saves lives.
So apparently, someone's. I hope. It sounds like it's gotta be a joke. Of someone saying,
They got a
"Hand
bowl
out-"
full of candy and Trojan condoms.
Wait, what?
They got a bowl full of candy and Trojan condoms.
I swear to God.
Oh, this page is so funny.
Did you know? Did you just listen to yourself?
I'm saying it's funny because I'm hoping against hope that it's satire, but it's also funny because if it's not, this person is a fucking idiot.
Well, no, what they was saying was, like, you said this page so funny. Sort of.
This page is so funny. Yeah, whatever.
But anyways.
Everyone deserves love. Let's fight to end ableism against persons affected by HIV. Don't be an ableist bigot. Refusing to sleep with someone just because they are HIV positive is dehumanizing.
What the? Okay, that's definitely got to be a joke. There has to be a limit to insanity. Like, there has to be a limit. I'm not trying to dehumanize nobody, but I don't want to die. Thank you very much. I'd like to live for at least another good 50 or so years.
Oh, speaking of, they have a termination calendar dictating the end of the world.
Was it November something? Whenever the freaking
I have
ends.
I have no clue.
Wait,
Please follow our daycare page for great parenting tips. No, thank you.
okay.
Moms who love their children only feed them organic food. Bad mothers simply don't care if their children grow up to become fat. Our word.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Okay, this person's definitely trolling.
Her first injection was a vaccine. It teaches them to solve their problems with needles young and it stays with them for life.
Speaking of vaccines...
They're equating vaccines with drug abuse.
Oh great, I found a kid. Why is there a kid here? Go to sleep. But... Speaking of vaccines... I don't remember what Rooster Teeth video was it, but it was freaking hilarious. Well, it was hilarious in the sense because like Jack just randomly said this. Essentially, he said like this came out of nowhere when he said it, but he said nothing makes me happier than seeing a headline that says anti-vaxxer mom changes mind after all 3 children get like rotavirus or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Happened with another woman in the Zika virus.
Jesus. Wait. How did children... Well, isn't the Zika virus harmless to children? It only harms you if you're like a fetus, I think.
Yeah, I think you can still get infected by it.
Well, yeah, you can get infected by it, but I think
It just
like it's
doesn't-
harmless. Like,
Yeah, it's harmless.
or
but
mostly harmless,
Yeah.
unless you're a fetus.
I'm just like, okay.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. Okay, one last...
90% of women who eat GMOs miscarry.
Really?
This is from the same page.
Wait a second. Okay, that's gotta be
That is
fake.
not true. That is not true.
Yeah, let's say, because there'd be like no babies born. Pretty much everyone eats GMOs at this point, don't they? I don't actually know if they do, but I'm assuming they do, because it sounds just... As far as I'm concerned, GMO is just another word for artificial food. Pretty much half the crap in America is artificial. I mean, half
Science,
the crap...
technology, engineering, and mathematics proudly brainwashing the next generation of sociopaths.
What? get it.
Accompanying text. Have you noticed that people who are good at math, science, engineering, and other tech-related fields are always horrible, vicious, and antisocial? We have. It comes as no surprise that this is the type of educational programming that is being pushed down our throats by the powers that be. Education is supposed to uplift and enlighten, not grind fertile minds into cogs to be forced into the machine.
Okay.
Oh, they have a bingo card for planned termination.
Wait, is this supposed to be like a freaking parody of a crazy religious person?
I don't know. I'm hoping.
I hope so. It sounds like
This
one.
is sort of hurting my brain because again, I just found a planned termination bingo card.
Well, actually, that's not all that surprising, considering, I mean, like, Satanists freaking troll Christians by handing out, like, children's books with Satan on it, saying, like, or suppose, like, Satan's teachings or something. So, like, except it actually just teaches you, like, general good stuff. But it has Satan on it, so people assume it's evil. That sort of thing.
Mm.
It's like, be nice to people and all that sort of thing. That's essentially what it says.
Mm-hmm. Oh, at least they get this. Keep National Socialism out of the White House. A vote for anyone but Hillary is a vote for Nazi dictatorship.
Really? But freaking Nazism was fascism, not democratic socialism.
I don't know. They're saying if you do not stand with Hillary, then you're Nazi.
Well, they're an idiot.
Yeah,
I hope that's a joke,
I hope.
because that's the problem. Is that a lot of, like, I mean, I don't know. For all I know, they may not even be actual Hillary supporters. They may just be like people from Correct the Record. But there are the people that I've seen that are either Hillary supporters or Correct the Record people do talk like that.
Mm.
Except instead they'll say crap like, "Oh, if you don't vote for Hillary, you're sexist, even if you're voting for Jill Stein," or something like that. That'd be crap.
Can't conceive, it's your fault. 6 stupid choices that lead to infertility. 1. Overexposure to Wi-Fi radiation. 2. Eating GMOs. 3. Vaccines. 4. Eating gluten. 5. Candida overgrowth. And 6. Low vibration.
What?
I have like 6 problems with these 6 choices.
Well, first of all, it's so mind-numbingly stupid. It's starting to hurt my head. But go ahead.
How do you feel? How do you think I feel? Oh my god. GMOs are fine. Vaccines don't get you killed early on in your life. Gluten does not have any. Gluten is just it's gluten. It doesn't do anything. It's a binding agent, I believe.
Isn't it like, I don't know. It's probably because the word gluten makes it sound like it's fat or something.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm eating gluten-free. Okay, the only reasonable explanation for you eating gluten-free is that you have an actual allergy, a medical problem with gluten.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Okay, recalling the vehicle.
How about we honor and respect children who were smart enough to choose college instead of wasting their life in the military?
But a lot of the children that went to the military did it because they couldn't afford to go to college.
Student loan debt is far more damaging to a person than combat experience. What? No. What? No. PTSD? No.
That
Frickin' no.
can't be serious.
I
It's
hope.
it sounds too stupid.
Oh my god.
Like it sounds intentionally stupid.
The page was created September 1st
This year?
this year. It's like, okay, holistic healing? No, you're not healing. You are doing horrible things.
It sounds like a troll that's trying to see how many idiots they can cause to kill themselves. Like, on accident. How many idiots will accidentally kill themselves by believing this true? Essentially.
Your guess, as good as mine.
Which, I mean, first of all, you'd think that'd be removed.
I'd hope so. The amount of reports I'm assuming this site, that page is getting.
Which, first of all, if that person is actually a Hillary supporter, they're not doing Hillary any favors, considering she supposedly, or claims to be, but I'm sure she'll act otherwise for the sake of money, is supposedly not anti-science. So the whole thing about GMOs and vaccinations and all that sort of crap isn't making her look good. Well, nothing she says makes her look good, but still. You know what I mean.
I'm good with safe GMOs. There are ways to fuck up GMOs, but for the most part, they're fine.
Okay. Can't say I necessarily understand what GMOs are, because I keep hearing the word, but I never bothered to actually look what crap it is.
Genetically modified organisms.
Oh, right.
Basically, you take out the bad genes that lead to like bad stuff happening to you, or let's see here. I think the most common GMO is taking away some of the genes that make the fruit or food rot faster, so that it can increase its shelf life.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
That sort of thing.
When I think about it, this is gonna sound stupid, but like, bear with me here.
That's fine.
Sort of understand why people might not trust it, except in my case, it's for a different reason. Like, I'm sure, well, it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of people that don't trust GMOs are like, it's not natural, it's not made by God, or whatever, that sort of thing. But
if we did stuff all natural, with the expansion of the human race, we would have died out due to poor resources and food. GMOs are actually saving us, because it's increasing the yield of fruit and vegetables. It is making sure that they have a more natural shelf life without using like unnatural preservatives. It's also making them taste fresher and heightening their sorry, it's late. I'm trying to form words. Basically, it makes them taste better by genetically modifying how it by just making it sweeter, or nutritious. That's all they do. They don't fuck around with the genes just so that they can get people sick or cause damage to your own genes. That's not what they're for.
Well, I know that. Like, I understand that. I was saying, like, I think that the whole religious aspect of it or whatever is probably why some people are against it. What I was gonna say, like, if I'm gonna worry about GMOs, what I would be worried about is the fact that the FDA is run by the people that are trying to pass that stuff through the FDA. Like, it's run by food or drug and big pharma and drug corporations, that sort of thing. And as we've
Now,
already
see-
seen with other kind of corporations, you can't trust them to regulate themselves. So, like, I wouldn't be surprised if, like not intentionally made something bad, but say they made something like a artificial food or whatever. It's deadly, or it's like unexpectedly deadly, and they still try to pass it off anyways, just because they want money.
They'd only have to have no scientific morality to be able to do that.
Well, you do realize, haven't you seen like one thing that's been done? I think it was like you heard about the whole AIDS or HIV epidemic that happened in, I think it was the 80s or 90s or something.
Yes.
Well, the thing that
Because somebody decided to have sex with a monkey.
No, that's not what caused it, actually. What caused it was there was actually a medicine for a certain condition. I don't remember what the condition was, but yeah, it was a medicine meant to treat some certain condition, and the medicine itself gave you HIV. And for a while, they sold that here in America, but it was banned. And they knew it. They did this knowing it caused HIV, and they still sold it anyways. After it was banned in America, they started selling it overseas, and I think they still do, for profit, knowing that they're giving people HIV. So I don't think you can say morals and corporations in the same sentence at this point.
All I'm saying is, instead of worrying about GMOs, I'm more worried about designer babies.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, like eugenics.
Yep, you choose the best traits for your baby, trying to make them the smartest, most beautiful person ever. You pay a hefty sum for that to happen, and the genetics company does it.
I mean, like, I'm not saying anything.
If you're worried about genetically modifying organisms, genetically modifying a human to suit your self-vanity needs.
Yeah, well, yeah,
there's
something wrong with that.
So that you have your picture-perfect family, that's something wrong. Trying to make sure that we have enough food to eat and survive as a human race, that's fine.
Yeah. How do I put it?
Now, if they can modify our stomachs or our metabolism so that we don't have to consume as much food in order to survive, that would also be beneficial.
Yeah.
But in that case, I don't think we are close enough to be able to do that.
Well, I don't know. I mean, they can manipulate a lot of things at this point, can't they? Sort of.
They can't fool around. They can't fool around with how our body works just yet. It's only physical and morphological features.
Oh. Wonder if they could choose to give people white hair.
White hair?
I said, I wonder if they could choose to give people white hair. That'd be kind of cool.
White hair would have to be a recessive trait.
Well, I know that, but I mean, if they can manipulate that sort of trait, because.
Well, first of all, you'll have to find two people with the recessive trait for white hair.
Well, yeah, obviously. But I mean, like, what if they did find, or what if they figured out that trait, and like, what if they could replicate it somehow?
That would be too much money and too much resources going into something that would be way too expensive to replicate, because and also we don't have any way to replicate genes like the way that our RNA and DNA do.
Wouldn't really, though. I mean, have you seen how much money America spends on its military?
Oh yeah, I know full well how much money America spends on its military, and I don't think they'll be diverting any of that to genetics anytime soon.
They should.
They should.
Cure cancer.
They-
Ever think of that, people? I mean, even the fat cat politicians die of cancer. How about you freaking cure it? Oh wait, now they just sell it for something super expensive, I'm sure.
No, I'm pretty sure they have the cure. I'm pretty sure they have the cure for most diseases, but because of profits, they just don't do anything. And
yeah, there's more profit in quote unquote treating it rather than freaking curing it.
Well, have you taken a look at the price of cancer drugs?
Too darn much, and also they're not exactly helpful because they still kill you anyways in a way. Like, they slow down the cancer killing you, but then you're freaking dying of radiation poisoning over time, probably. Your freaking hair falls out, and you're constantly in pain.
Well, that's a lot of it. I think part of the treatment for cancer is like swallowing these pills that are literally just radioactive material in pill form.
Seriously?
Yep.
Sounds like it should be illegal. It sounds like it would cause mutations, for one. Like, not X-Men sort of mutations, but like bad kind of mutations.
Mutations in genetic series of DNA occur randomly and apparently, to the best of my knowledge, cannot be spurred on by stuff in such a high degree that it would actually like change your body. The stuff that you see in movies is highly improbable.
Well, I know that
because if it did change your DNA, then then your white blood cells would just terminate the cell and eat it up.
Yeah, I think my car is broken.
Because to be honest. And I was just learning this today. The human body goes through like hundreds of mutations every few minutes.
Oh yeah.
But it's only the adaptive ones that are naturally capable of like improving our fitness to an environment. That are the ones that continue being replicated. Otherwise, your body just terminates the cell.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that it recognizes the good mutation as that it can't differentiate between the two. It still has a chance of terminating the one with the adaptive trait, but still, it's a chance.
Yeah.
Same goes with bad mutation, but the thing is that you can't expect to like suddenly grow an extra pair of arms.
Oh no, I wasn't thinking
or suddenly
that.
drop another testicle.
Oh, I know that. I know that kind of mutation doesn't exist.
Well, technically, it does in organisms with relatively short lifespans, like insects and birds.
Yeah, but they're weird.
Yeah, they're weird because they live for a couple of years and their mutations take place a lot quicker in the species.
Yeah.
Whereas with humans, who we live for like 80 plus years, when we develop traits during our lifetime, we pass them on to our offspring, and it takes generations before we actually see any physical or morphological traits.
Yeah. You know, now that I think about it, you'd think that there'd be more, like, sort of mutations in humans than animals. The only reason I say that is because, like, when animals breed, they generally breed out the weak genes, whereas humans think differently and have the ability to breed in weak genes. If that makes sense. Like, that's why we still have diseases that we shouldn't have, or freaking conditions like sickle cell anemia and that sort of thing.
Yeah, well, sickle cell anemia is again a mutation in a mutation, but it's a dominant mutation.
Yeah, well, I know it's meant to fight it's meant to fight off some disease in Africa. I think it makes them immune to that, but
It is. But the
way.
moment the blood releases the oxygen, it sort of caves in on itself and becomes sickle-like, which sickle cell anemia.
Yeah.
And the white blood cells just attack the cell and kill it off. So it's reducing the amount of red blood cells that you have in your body.
Yeah. Why are we having a science podcast on a zombie game?
I have no idea. I think the two are related.
Would zombies exist in real life? No, they wouldn't.
To the contrary.
I think even if they did, it would fail horribly, like within a few days. Because either it would either be so hot that the bodies just decompose and they fall apart in skeletons, or it's too cold and they freeze.
Well, yeah, a dead body is not really that good at regulating its own temperature.
Yeah.
But the thing is that people have been shown to survive after brain death. In some cases, this is not all that common.
Yeah.
To see something like that. But
I know there's some sort of this is probably gonna sound bad. I don't intend it as anything bad. It's not meant to be. I remember seeing something it's not really a zombie in our definition of it, but it was something some sort of zombie thing in a voodoo culture.
Mm-hmm.
Where someone dies and then some voodoo shaman brings the zombie back to life, or the person quote unquote back to life, except they have no free will.
Now see, quote unquote magic in that.
Well, no, not even magic. It has something to do with some sort of parasite or something. I think maybe, I don't know.
Well, then that's just the parasite fulfilling its biological duty.
Well, no, well, wait, no.
I mean,
actually,
do
I don't think it was.
I need to remind you of the of the type of mushroom that does that to ants and spiders?
Oh no, actually, I think I got the whole parasite thing wrong. I don't remember what the crap it was, but it was something like these quote unquote voodoo shamans use. It was some sort of plant or something that they do to the body that somehow makes the body move but not have a free will or something like that. I don't know, it's something weird.
It probably shuts down part of their immune system and allows them to sporadically make movements.
But they do that on a dead body.
So that they lose control. As long as it's not brain dead, you can most likely manipulate its nervous system, and in turn manipulate its muscles.
They have control over this to the point to where they're using them as slaves.
That is highly unlikely.
It was something I heard about. I don't remember where I heard it, but
Don't believe everything you hear.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's on TV, it's
No, it wasn't on TV. I think it was probably... It's actually probably going to make it sound even stupider. I think it was probably from some sort of cracked article.
Lovely. And we all know cracked articles are grade A journalism.
Yeah. Although every now and then they do have something interesting from history. They do sometimes teach interesting stuff from history that you don't otherwise find out about. The Tulsa bombing.
Okay.
Basically, back in the past, I don't remember what... It was, sometime before the 2000s. I don't remember exactly what years. Could have been 60s, 70s, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, in, You know of a place called Tulsa, and somewhere in America.
I believe so. I don't know the exact location, but go on.
Basically, in Tulsa, there used to be a place that they called Black Wall Street. And as you can already tell from the way this story's going, it doesn't end well. So, KKK kind of raided the place, went on, you know, I mean, they went freaking nuts. They freaking killed people, robbed people, all that sort of thing. And then the U.S. government bombed it. So, you know, whenever you see a Republican go like, oh, black people, they don't work hard enough or anything like that, it's a load of bull, because there was a time where they did work hard and actually succeeded, and then our freaking government bombed it. And this was in America. I know, I'm sorry about bringing up political stuff about that, but, like, I didn't hear about that in school.
That's because America censors information. Yeah.
Anyways, now would be a good time to end the episode. Sorry to end the episode on a freaking depressing note like that, but learn your history, folks, so you don't freaking repeat the mistakes of the idiots from the past.
Especially this guy's.
What? I haven't made no mistakes, I swear.
You made the mistake of not playing Sophie's Curse.
I don't want to play Sophie's Curse. It's bad for my heart.
I'm kidding. Okay.
Anyways, if you enjoyed this, leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment, and we'll see you in the next episode. Have a good night, everybody.